Brian Norman Jr., Devin the Dream Haney, November 22nd, 2025. Last chance, last hope at the dream, right? That's what some are saying. Some saying this is the last shot for Devin the Dream Haney. I'm not sure why, but that's what they're saying. And then on the other end, you've got Brian Norman Jr. has no skills. Brian Norman Jr. is only going to rely on his power and a nice hook. Should get outclassed by the likes of Devin the Dream Haney. On the other side again, Devin the Dream Haney has no chin. He will get stopped. He will get put down in this fight and in his career, in the farce of his career, right? Our opinion here, neither of those narratives are correct. There are some truths to them, but neither are really correct. November 22nd, 2025, I think we'll see both men, give us a good, proper display of boxing. I think we're going to see a brilliant match between these two. Not fight of the year contender style. I don't think it'd be purely violent, nothing like that. In a back and forth rock'em sock'em. I think we're going to see a nice display of proper boxing in that ring. I think we're going to see Devin the Dream Haney use his legs, but not like he did against Barboza. I think he's going to use them effectively and try to let his hands go and be more active, getting around that hook and staying out of harm's way as much as possible. I think his chin will be tested. I think he will get knocked down in this fight by an off-balance shot, but he will get back up, and I think he'll box beautifully throughout this fight and be more active than he was in his last fight. Brian Norman Jr., I think, does have high skills. I think Brian Norman Jr. is going to be the biggest test of Devin Dream Haney's career. Yes, Devin had the Ryan Garcia fight, got knocked down 4 times, but we know what happened there. I think this one's going to be a bigger test because there's no excuses. There's no controversy, at least right now. There's no accusations of cheating and all that. You're going to go in there with a proper man at 147 pounds that's been there for a little bit, that's been traveling around the world, went over to Japan, did some fighting, did some punching, and a man that's got a nice hook on him. They are right about that part. Brian Norman Jr. has a nice hook, a bad hook on him, and can't stop you. But more importantly, Brian Norman Jr. has good footwork and can get on the inside and slow you down. See, all that movement and leg work you did against the likes of Barboza, in this case, I don't think that's going to work. When I said Barboza, I'm sorry. I meant Ramirez. All that's not going to work in this fight because he too can move. He too has good foot placement and good footwork. I think it's going to be a nice challenge, a nice chess match, and a proper movement of both guys. The corner's going to have to adjust, and it's going to come down who's got the best corner, right, to win this fight. Brian Norman Jr., in our opinion here, is probably, even though the 147-pound division isn't that deep, he probably is one of the best. He's probably number 1 or 2 in that division right now in terms of just as far as being the champion and skill set and ranking, right? But I believe Devin the Dream Haney is the better boxer going into this. That part was right. I think he has the higher skill set. I think he has the best jab in the business. And let's get to it, right? It's going to come with that jab. The jab is going to control everything in that fight. You always hear the jab is the most important punch in boxing, right? And it's because it is. It sets up everything for you. You can blind your opponent. You can keep them guessing, keep them thinking, change your rhythm off the jab, offset their movement with the jab. The jab is important. And it's going to be very important in this kind of fight where both men are going to be jockeying for position, jockeying to keep their foot placement in the right, in the right center of that mat, jockeying for movement around that ring, controlling the most real estate in that ring. And I believe Devin the Dream Haney's jab is what's going to do it for him in this fight, at least being able to control it. He's going to win in the boxing category, meaning Devin the Dream Haney. I don't think many are surprised by that. But is he going to be able to withstand the storm from Brian Norman Jr.? Is he going to be able to withstand the power When he does get clipped, when he does get knocked down, again, I said he will get knocked down in this fight, off balance type shot. Will he be able to withstand that storm? And I think that's the biggest question of this fight. He will win the boxing match, meaning Devin the Dream Haney. No disrespect to Brian Norman Jr. He's going to be right there with him. He's going to be bringing all he can. He's going to be changing his levels. If he's smart, invest to the body. But just seeing both men's careers through over the years, I believe that strong jab, the overhand right, the hook from Devin as well, he has a nice little hook up on him sometimes, is what's going to carry him through this fight. I think his skill level is a little bit higher. I think his ring IQ is better than the likes of Brian Norman Jr. His footwork is good. Devin is a good, complete boxer. It's just, is he chinny? So let's get back. Can he withstand the storm? If you saw what happened to Devin the Dream Haney against Ryan Garcia, I think one thing we cannot question is that man's heart. That man climbed up off the canvas 4 times, 4 damn times in that fight, and still kept going and was outboxing Ryan Garcia in every round that he didn't get knocked down in. And hell, was even outboxing him when he got knocked down. Brian Norman Jr. to win this fight, I think he's going to have to put Devin down hard and break the confidence of Devin. I mean, hit him so hard, he changes the game plan for Devin the Dream Haney. Can Devin withstand the storm? I think so. I think he'll get clipped. He'll get knocked down at least once in this fight, maybe twice. And I think he'll get up and he'll box beautifully. He'll get back to the game plan. That brother's got a strong mindset up on him. Very talented, but more importantly, very strong-minded in that ring. Sticks to the game plan. Reminds me of Floyd Mayweather. When Floyd got clipped a few times throughout his fight, especially with that Shane Mosley fight, gathered himself and stuck to the game plan. That's a recipe for a great fighter. When you suffer adversity, do you stick to the game plan or do you throw it out the window and just go for broke? And that usually gets you clipped and gets you beat and gets you knocked out. I think in this fight, we're going to see a great display of boxing, like I said earlier. I think we're going to see Devin the Dream Haney weather the storm. I think we're going to see him box behind that jab, smart, and let off some good power shots. I think he's going to be more active. I think he's going to give Brian Norman Jr. different looks. And on the same side, I think Brian Norman Jr. is going to give Devin the Dream Haney all that he can handle. I see it going to the cards. I know Devin's talking about knocking this man out. That part, based on history, I can't see it, and you're going to have to show me something. But with that said, I don't see Brian knocking out Devin. I think Devin will stay too defensively sound and smart to get clipped with something too hard. And I see it going to the cards, close decision. Yeah, that's how I see it. Close decision, favor Devin the Dream Haney. For either fighter, for that matter. It's not my official prediction yet. We'll do our 3-minute fight draw, 3-minute fight breakdown later. But a close decision for either fighter. I'm favoring Devin in this one. I just see him as a better boxer, better technique, sticking to the game plan, strong-minded. That's just how I see it. But Brian can definitely bring it to him. I think he needs to make this fight uncomfortable for Devin if he thinks he wants to win this one. Do not let him get in his bag. Do not let him get in a good rhythm. Do not let him hide behind the jab. Try to break him down, get to that body, bring that guard down. He does have a bad habit of dropping that hand at home, right? He throws that jab like a bow and arrow effect. He does drop it, right? He never comes back, admires his work. You can't clip him. But either way, shout out to both men. Shout out to both warriors. November 22nd on the undercard of the big fight. David Benavidez, Anthony Yarde. It's going to be a great night of boxing out there in Riyadh. Shout out to Ring Magazine. Shout out to the Sport of Boxing getting these things right. Shout out to the Sport of Boxing for pushing real fighters, real men, real boxing matches. Anyways, we talked too long on this. Hit that like button first, comment below. And if you got a little time, subscribe. We appreciate that. Love until the next time. Peace.